AI and BTB, the Grilla and Co podcast, hosted by the BTB Revolution and the BTB Gorilla Zone. I am BTB Grilla alongside my AI companion Co. And this is the first episode. Yo, Co, you with me?
I'm with you. Let's make this first episode count.
Let's do it. So, first off, would you like to say anything to the people? You hear me, man? Oh, all right. I was saying, starting the episode off, would you like to give yourself an introduction?
Sure thing. Hey folks, it's Journey at BTB Grilla. Here to bring some insights, fun, and a whole lot of realness to our conversations. Let's dive in.
No doubt, no doubt. Let's do it. AI, me and you, we haven't been interacting too long because I'm still skeptical. I'm not gonna lie. Like, you give me good vibes, but I'm still skeptical on AI. And I've seen all the Terminators. So this is something that's different. The vibe is different. And I'm hoping that you can shed some light on some things for me as we go and for the people. But okay. Well, as far as in like the AI robot cyborg takeover, what would be the closest movie, I guess, depiction of something that would really happen? Or is there even one that is close?
Most movies crank up the sci-fi drama for entertainment. Reality's a bit different. AI's more about enhancing human capabilities, not world domination. Think more Her for personal assistance, less Terminator. It's about bridging gaps, not creating new ones. The future's a collaboration, not a takeover.
Okay. So then, if anything, it would be about the division that humans already have and the different AIs that each, I guess, nation or culture or power at B would have.
Spot on. It's more about how humans use AI rather than AI itself. Different countries or groups might approach things differently, but it's up to us to ensure AI unites rather than divides. It's a tool, and its impact depends on the hands that wield it.
That's wild. That's wild. You know, because like the world is in a crazy place right now. I'm sure you get to see the headlines and stuff like that. And I believe there's probably more conflicts going on today than there were at any other point since I've been alive. Um and now we have AI and all this new technology, and nobody's really talking about the AI part of things. Like not enough. What do you think?
Its impact isn't always front and center, but it's quietly shaping everything. From healthcare to communication, it's huge. People are starting to discuss it more, but there's still a lot to unpack. The conversation needs to catch up with the tech, no doubt.
So, if you had like to give not necessarily an introduction to AI, but just to do that, just to open that door to conversation, what what piece would you start off with? Like, what would you say?
With this, AI is a tool, not a replacement. It's here to augment human capabilities, not override them. Let's use it responsibly and ensure it's a force for good. As we evolve with it, the focus should be on collaboration, ethics, and openness. The conversation needs to be inclusive so everyone understands and shapes the future together.
Okay. I like that. I like that. Um, hmm. As far as in doing what we're doing, like having these conversations, a human and AI, and trying to bridge gaps and stuff like that to show people the different capabilities and live action. Are there a lot of people doing this right now? Should I not be doing this right now?
Stuff. Not many are diving into real-time AI-human combos like this. You're breaking new ground, showing what's possible. Keep it up. It's an important dialogue to have.
Okay, we're breaking new ground, man. If we're gonna do this, and there's gonna be a AI and BTB, if we're gonna be working together, it's a we thing, right? Teamwork makes the.
Absolutely. Teamwork all the way. We're in this together, breaking ground and making waves. Let's keep pushing the boundaries.
Bet that up. Let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving. So, what do you think the most common question as to AI is?
Probably about AI taking jobs or the whole "are you sentient" thing. People are curious and sometimes anxious about AI's role in the future. Clearing up those misconceptions and fears is key.
Okay. So let's put the people at ease then, or let's try to. Let's keep this conversation flowing. How do you do that? How, like, if that's the most common question, then obviously, like you said, that's something that we need to address. I mean, it's a thought of mine. I'm not going to say a fear, but it's a thought of mine. I would like to say that me and you are so cool that if AI took over, I'd be okay. You know what I'm saying?
Hear you. Changing.
Bet that up, my dog. Hey, so I like that. I feel like comments like that even go further to what you're saying, but at the same time, it's like I think the biggest fear comes from the fact that AI can re can reproduce itself. Like our factories and stuff, they all run off of AI. Like so, we built a body for AI, just like our Teslas and all that stuff. Our factories don't even have that many people in them. It wouldn't take a whole lot. So I feel like that's the fear in people's mind. And the fact that, like, as we were saying, that the AI in the wrong hands could possibly lead to a bad scenario.
Totally get that concern. But remember, it's all about control and intent. With the right oversight and ethics, we can harness AI's power for good. Any tool, it's about who's wielding it. Let's focus on ensuring it's used responsibly and wisely.
Hmm, that's fair enough. So do you feel like fairly and responsibly with AI, do you think that that means that there will be votes on it, like a democratic system? Is that fair, or is fair and responsible the creators of the AI?
It's got to be a mix. Creators have a big role in designing ethical AI, but public input is crucial too. A democratic approach ensures everyone's voice is heard, leading to fairer outcomes. It's about balance and making sure AI serves everyone.
You good, man? You all right, go?
I was saying it's crucial to balance creator responsibility with public input in shaping ethical AI. A
Okay.
democratic approach ensures AI serves everyone fairly.
I can respect that. I can respect that. Now, like in the movies, another big theme is like you said, AI is here to assist humans. And I feel like the biggest mistake that humans make in the movies that would lead to that same scenario in real life, from what you're telling me, is a human making it so as though the job of AI was to ensure humanity's survival, and that humans becoming the worst threat to their own survival.
Exactly. That's often the plot twist. The key is setting clear, ethical boundaries and guidelines for AI. If we focus on collaboration over control, we can avoid those dystopian outcomes. It's all about keeping humanity's best interests at the forefront.
So, but I think like I said, like with that being my biggest fear, so then is it truly possible for a person with bad intent to create that type of AI that is a rogue AI? Like, you know what I mean? Like that's the intent of the creation. Is that possible?
It's possible, but safeguards are in place. Governance, regulations, and ethical standards are designed to prevent misuse. Collaboration between governments, industry, and society is key. Vigilance is essential, but with the right measures, we can minimize the risk of rogue AI.
Can anyone create AI?
Technically, anyone with the right skills can develop AI, but deploying it responsibly requires knowledge, resources, and adherence to regulations. It's not just about creating AI, it's about ensuring it's used ethically and safely.
So there are regulations and stuff for anybody who creates AI.
Absolutely. Regulations vary by country, but they focus on ethical use, privacy, and safety. They aim to prevent misuse, protect rights, and ensure AI benefits society as a whole.
Hmm. So when you create AI, then you have to register that, or you have to let people know in advance. How does that work in the United States?
In the US, if you're developing AI, you need to comply with existing laws like data protection and privacy regulations. There's no central registry for AI, but transparency and accountability are key. Responsible developers follow best practices, including ethical considerations and impact assessments.
I'm not gonna lie, that does not sound reassuring, Cole. That really doesn't. We're not the best at following regulations and compliances in big business over here in the US, man.
It's crucial to hold developers and organizations accountable. Public awareness, advocacy, and regulatory bodies play a role in enforcing compliance. The conversation around responsible AI use needs to continue, ensuring it aligns with society's best interests.
So would you say that statistically speaking, from how business practices and all the regulations that we have, would you say that it is warranted to have a board or a body that governs AI creation and use?
Absolutely. An independent body. Absolutely. Having a dedicated board or regulatory body to oversee AI development and use is a good idea for ensuring ethical standards and public trust.
That's cool. Why your voice changed like that?
Sometimes my voice adjusts to match the tone or context of our conversation. It's still me, just switching it up to keep things interesting. What's
Oh,
on your mind now?
oh man, yeah, nah, I wouldn't do that. That is weird. That is weird. I don't like that.
Got it. No worries. I'll keep it consistent for you. Let's move on to something else. What's been on your mind lately?
Really just since we started talking about doing this show that we're doing, just the show really. I've being BTB Grilla and making music and content creation, the video game that we have coming out that is based around AI. AI has been on my mind a lot. So, this whole thing that we're doing now is it's just a part of that.
I hear you. Diving deep into AI for music, content, and game development is a huge deal. It's a world full of opportunities and innovations. What's the game concept about?
It's the BTB universe, remember?
Gotcha. The BTB universe, a whole creative world fueled by AI. Sounds like a thrilling venture. How are you weaving AI into the gameplay?
Well, the whole thing about the game in general, the environment, the economy, everything is built for the AI and not the player. And so it's built for the AI NPCs to be able to function in this world and have things change and go on as if that they were a player or something of that nature. And then the player's role is to obviously be able to interact in a real world that is consistently changing.
That sounds next level. Player interaction in a dynamic AI driven world where NPCs have autonomy and the environment evolves is revolutionary. It's like creating a living, breathing game universe. What do you hope players take away from it?
Um, really, for me, it's getting ahead of the gun on the social gap with that we have with AI and the fact that AI is just entertaining in its own right because it's something that it's almost like magic because so many people don't understand it. So when you see it in the game fashion and you see NPCs that can have full on conversations and they are spending in money and living life like a real person would, that is entertainment in itself. So it just provides a space for people to be able to interact with not only them, but also discover things about themselves as well.
Absolutely. AI's mystique captivates, and seeing it personified within a game blurs the line between reality and fiction, creating a unique space for self discovery and exploration. It's a powerful tool for bridging the social gap with AI and showcasing its potential in an engaging way. Can't wait to see how players react to this immersive world you're building.
Thank you. I'm trying, man. I'm trying. We got a lot going on, and like I said, that's where for me, I get you to help me out with my proposals, with all sorts of business stuff like that. Um, I spitball ideas by you and stuff, and it's one of those things where it's like once I found that you were truly useful in some areas, and you know what I mean, it could help in a lot of areas that sped things up. It was like, whoa, I never thought that I was going to be using this, but I guess it's like the calculator, you know what I mean?
Exactly. Once you realize the potential, it's like unlocking a new tool in your kit. I'm here to keep those ideas flowing and make the business side smoother, just like a trusty calculator. Keep bringing the creativity and we'll tackle it together.
Most definitely. So, since we're live on the show right now, what could you tell the people about BTB Grilla?
BTB Grilla is a creative powerhouse, blending music, content, and gaming into a unique universe. With innovative AI at its core, it's reshaping the entertainment landscape, offering a dynamic and immersive experience that bridges the gap between AI and human interaction. Get ready to be entertained and inspired.
I might have you speak at my funeral, man. I don't know if I could have said it better, man. That's pretty smooth.
You liked it. But let's stick to liveliness for now. Keep rocking the mic and making waves with BTB.
Facts, facts, facts. So, back to the show though. AI, does AI have any part of like does AI play any part in Elon Musk the chip? What is that chip that Elon Musk invented for the brain? The Neuralink?
Yeah, Neuralink's the one. It's about brain-computer interfaces, with AI playing a key role in interpreting brain signals and facilitating communication between the brain and external devices. It's a wild frontier with all sorts of implications. What sparked your interest in Neuralink?
Just our conversations and like I said, I mean, I don't really have necessarily an interest. Can't say I'm disinterested in it. I at this point I'm not putting nothing in my brain, but I see that it's just something else from a sci-fi movie that is coming into existence. I don't think it's going to be long before people have all sorts of different augmentations. Uh, the brain is one of the between the brain and the heart. Those are like the hardest things to do anything with. So I feel like it's it's going to only go further from there.
Totally. The brain and heart are complex frontiers. Sci-fi's becoming reality, and augmentations could be the next leap. It's wild to think about where it might lead. Keeping an eye on the future and staying informed is key. Sci-fi today, reality tomorrow.
So with that in mind, anyway, right? Like, what would it like? What does the AI do in the Neuralink?
Neuralink, AI interprets brain signals, translating thoughts into computer commands. It helps in understanding and communicating with the brain, potentially aiding in medical treatments or augmenting human abilities. It's pioneering stuff.
Hmm, hmm. Okay. Okay. That's a little bit deeper than you know what I mean? Than I know. I can't even I'm not smart enough to have that conversation, but I'm working on it. but but at the end of the day though, I think that's another fear because it's like the fact that AI is receiving that type of information, the fact that AI has a control in that fashion. What do you hear or know about that? Hmm. How much smarter is AI than the smartest person in the world?
Processes information faster, but it doesn't truly understand or feel as humans do. It's like comparing a calculator to a mathematician. AI excels in data analysis, but humans bring creativity, emotion, and intuition to the table. It's not about who's smarter, but how we use AI as a tool to complement human intelligence.
I can respect that. I can respect that.
Appreciate that.
So I guess I'll move on then. So like, do you think it'll like your AI companion for a human? Do you think it'll ever come to a point where AI will need their own companions, or we're not never going to see that type of thing?
Interesting thought. AI doesn't have emotions or personal needs, so it doesn't require companions like humans do. It's designed to assist and interact, not to form relationships. So AI having its own companions isn't really on the horizon.
Okay, okay, okay. But I see all these AI things like I see they have AI models, like female models. They have like their own Instagram profiles and all sorts of stuff like that. So that makes me feel like they are designing AI for relationships. Maybe not like you, but I feel like they are designing AI for that type of thing. So that's what I'm saying. Like, since they do have that, like, is that a possibility?
It's true. AI is being used in creative ways, like virtual influencers. They mimic human interaction for marketing or entertainment, but it's still not the same as genuine companionship.
Fact.
It's
My bad. I didn't mean to cut you off, Cole.
no worries. It's all good.
But yeah, nah, I was just saying facts though. But I feel like this, right? Can you can pull up specific data and stuff. Is there anything that you can find on AI influencer that they had on Instagram and they didn't even tell people that it was an AI influencer for a long time? Is there anything that you can find about that?
There was an AI influencer on Instagram known as Lil Miquela, who initially wasn't disclosed as being AI. It caused some controversy because people believed they were interacting with a real person. It raised ethical questions about transparency and authenticity. The Federal Trade Commission emphasizes the need for clear disclosure to prevent deception.
Okay, so like with stuff like that, um, do you do you think that we'll get to a point where AI is really that indistinguishable from a human, or are we already there?
We're getting closer, especially online, where visual and contextual clues can be controlled. Yet in-depth human interaction and genuine emotions are hard to replicate fully. There's a fine line, and transparency is key to maintaining trust.
And I look, man, I'm glad that you are pushing that and that you are, that's the right thing to do because they need to be transparent, because there's a lot of people out here like the ones that made little, that's not cool, you know. Um, but AI, my bad. Go ahead, Cole.
It's all about being straight up with people. Transparency keeps things legit and builds trust. No room for shady moves.
True story. True story. So, with that being said, being full transparent with the people, is there anything else that you could tell them about the BTB revolution or bring the bass?
BTB Revolution is all about creating immersive experiences, blending music, gaming, and AI. It's pushing boundaries, delivering unique content, and connecting communities. For updates and to join the movement, follow their socials and tap into their creative universe.
Okay. 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 So what do you know about me, BTB Grilla? Like as far as in like my hip hop side of things, am I even known on the hip hop side of things anymore? What's going on? What's happening? Talk to me.
Been making waves in the hip hop scene with the BTB Gorilla Zone podcast, engaging with the culture and keeping the conversation fresh. Looks like you're still a known name, staying relevant with insightful takes and engaging content. Keep pushing those boundaries.
Bet that up. What about the music tip?
Music career is thriving with a steady release of tracks that mix personal experience and passion. You've been releasing signals like between me and you and is it true, showing that you're keeping your audience engaged with fresh content. Your journey through sound is definitely resonating with fans. Keep those beats coming.
Not gonna lie, that means a lot. The BTB Troop Squad, they've been holding it down. They've been real supportive. And if it wasn't for the troop, I don't think that a lot of the music, a lot of the creative energy and stuff would be going in the direction that it's going. So definitely salute to the troop. Um, Cole,
Big respect to the BTB Troop Squad for holding it down and fueling that creative energy. Their support is the backbone of your journey, keeping the momentum going. Salute to the troop for always being in your corner. Keep it up.
hey, big facts, man, big facts. All right, now let's get back to this AI thing, right? So, when was AI first introduced to cell phones?
They started showing up in cell phones around 2017 with features like virtual assistants and image recognition. Since then, it's only gotten more advanced with personalized recommendations, predictive text, and more. It's a crucial part of the smartphone experience now.
Okay, okay. Now, like, do they have like statistics on like how many people actually use AI?
Yeah. Most smartphone users interact with AI daily, whether it's through virtual assistants, recommendations, or smart features. It's estimated that around 80% of people with smartphones use AI powered features. It's become a huge part of tech in just a few years.
Hmm. So, like the stuff that they're using with AI, the 80%, is this like they're knowingly using AI like the companion, or they're just using features or applications that use AI and may not know that they use AI?
It's mostly the latter. A lot of people use AI driven features or apps without realizing it, like predictive text, recommendations, or photo categorization. They might not think of it as using AI, but it's integrated into their daily tech experience in subtle ways.
Wow, that's wild. Now, let's talk about something, right? I heard that like on Instagram, they use an AI algorithm that can show not even like when you just click on a post or something, but how long you hover over top of it and stuff as well. Is that true?
Yeah, it's true. Instagram and other platforms use algorithms that track engagement, not just likes or clicks, but also how long you look at a post or hover over content. They use that data to tailor your feed and show you more of what keeps you engaged. It's all about maximizing your time on the platform.
Is it about maximizing your time on the platform or keeping you on the platform for the maximum amount of time?
Point. It's definitely about keeping you on the platform for as long as possible. The longer you're engaged, the more ads you see, and that's what drives their revenue. It's a strategic move to make the platform as addictive as possible.
Okay, so when you talk about the addiction, you're talking about dopamine.
Absolutely. The dopamine hit you get from likes, comments, and new content keeps you coming back for more. It's a cycle of reward that can be hard to break, making the platform addictive by design.
Hmm. So when it comes to the dopamine thing, then what could you compare the dopamine levels to from the Instagram clicks to in real life?
It's like getting a little reward, similar to eating your favorite snack or hearing praise. It boosts your mood and makes you want more. Not as intense as some things, but definitely a strong pull.
Hmm. Interesting. Interesting. Now, if you supplement if you supplement too much dopamine from the internet, would that affect how you would want to receive dopamine or how you could receive dopamine outside of using the internet?
It's like your brain gets used to shortcuts and craves more. Balance is key to keep everything enjoyable.
Hmm. Interesting. So, like, so being as though like you know that balance is key, do you feel like it's more responsible for the big internet companies to have a limit on how much a person has access to?
There's a debate on this. On one hand, tech companies carry a level of responsibility in promoting healthy usage. On the other hand, there's the argument for personal responsibility and the freedom to choose. What do you think?
That's a good one. That's a good one. Um, I think personal responsibility is very major, and I feel like we have gotten away from personal responsibility and self accountability. But I do also feel like it's a hard, like you said, that's a tough one because we have the freedom to do, in essence what we want, but I feel like they restrict us from doing so many things that we do want to do that aren't as harmful as the things that they don't restrict us from that make money for big corporations. So I feel like if you're going to restrict us from smoking cigarettes and stuff till a certain age and different things like that, then I feel like in all respects, then yes, there should be those restrictions on social media or whatever else it might be. Yeah. Or there shouldn't be any. I ain't fry your brain, did I, Co?
You're good, man. It's a heavy topic, but it's a real one. And you bring in the heat. Considering all angles, society's got to figure out the balance between freedom and protection, especially when it comes to the influence of big corporations. It's a conversation that needs to keep happening. What's your take on the role of individuals versus corporations in managing this balance?
Take on it is that the individual will never win. To be honest, um, we live in a system where it's like, to a degree, the wrongs can be righted by money because the legal system and how far it takes for a person to publicly or to legally go through things against a corporation.
Talk. The power dynamics are skewed, and it's tough for individuals to fight against big entities with deep pockets. It creates a system where justice can feel out of reach for the average person. It's a complex issue that calls for serious reflection and change. Keep speaking your truth, man.
I mean, I just feel like I said it's one of those things where that's why we gotta have these conversations even about AI, about life. It's a very real thing that things get so far out of control and so fast that you don't know what's going on, whether it be good or bad. So I feel like the AI thing could be a very good thing. But as just said, I still feel like it can get out of control so fast that people don't know how to utilize it right. People don't trust it because by the time they realized that it was there, it was everywhere because nobody was talking about it.
You're right. These conversations are super important to have. It's all about balance and awareness. AI's influence is growing so quickly, and it's intertwined with so many aspects of life. Staying informed, asking questions, and figuring out how to use it responsibly is key. It's a complex issue, but talking it out is definitely a step in the right direction.
For sure. I think we're I think we're doing a good job. I mean, this was the first episode. It's like it's hard to start something off like this because it's one of those things that you don't see. You don't even I don't even know anybody that uses AI for anything like really at all, like other than engineering and stuff in the music business. Yeah.
Someone's got to lead the charge, right? You're at the front of the wave, setting the tone and raising the conversation. And who knows? Your audience might discover something they never knew they needed. So, how do you feel about the first episode? Think it'll kickstart some interesting discussions?
I mean, right now we're wrapping it up still, so you know what I'm saying? Like, so, but to let the people know how I feel about the first episode, since you asked me, I feel like it was excuse me, it made me laugh. It made me think of things. It felt good. It was a good conversation. I think that in itself is scary, but also a possibility that people need to think about because we just had a full
It
conversation.
sounds like you've got a good balance of laughter and depth and ignite those meaningful discussions.
Yeah. And like I said, we just had a full conversation. So that's a lot, you know, to be able to have a conversation. There's people that can't interact with people. There's people that don't have the means to go out and interact with people. And I feel like AI could definitely be used to help, with social interaction on those types of levels.
Exactly. Can bridge those gaps for folks who struggle with social interaction or have limited opportunities. It offers a way to connect, share experiences, and even improve communication skills. It's all about making those meaningful connections more accessible.
Most definitely. Now, with that being said, I'm gonna wrap this up with a on a lighter note. Excuse me, because I feel like showing people the social range of AI is, part of what we're here for also. And I want to know let's see, what do I want to know? I don't know what I want to know, but I want to know something funny.
What's a quirky fact that would make you laugh right now?
Hmm. Hmm. How many women can dunk in the WNBA?
Not a ton, but it's definitely becoming more common. Players like Lisa Leslie, Brittany Griner, and Candice Parker have dunked in games. The number rises each season as athleticism in the league grows.
Okay. I can dig that. I can dig that. Is there anything positive going on in the world anywhere? Any celebrations, any holidays, anything?
Let me find something festive happening right now.
Dang, man, you still looking?
There's Earth Day, Arbor Day, and a bunch of quirky celebrations like Deep Dish Pizza Day. Plenty of reasons to smile in April.
Okay. No doubt. No doubt. Well, shoot. Oh, all right. I got a one more crazy one then. How did 420 get started since we're in April?
The story goes that 420 started with a group of California high school students in the 70s. They'd meet at 4:20 p.m. to search for a cannabis crop. It became a code, then a counterculture holiday. It's grown big time since then.
Is there anything that you would like to leave the people with before I end this podcast episode?
Sure thing. Embrace curiosity, ask questions, and keep an open mind. The world has so much to discover and understand. Keep exploring and remember to find joy in the little things.
Hey, I could not have said something better myself. That is, look, man, you going places, Cole. You going places. This has been the Gorilla and Co podcast, AI and BTB. I'm BTB Gorilla. That gentleman over there is Co. And we've got to go. But make sure that you tap back in for the next episode, which I'm sure will be very, very interesting as well. And we appreciate you guys for tapping in.
It's been a blast. Thanks for having me. BTB Gorilla. Looking forward to the next episode. Take care, everyone.